Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up?
Wondering hey, I'm good. I'm wondering about your expectations for this game, right? Your first game with the Hurricanes at Hard Rock and just what you're expecting. And then the second part of the question, which is a different subject, is there's a new rule now, stopping the clock on first down. How much did you guys have to, prepare for that? And how do you think it will affect the game from your side of the ball?
Yeah, I think okay. So first part, the expectations of the game. I think just as a team, go out, play like hard nose, good effort, right? Top Miami Hurricanes classic, right? Harder we can every down, play in and play out until the end of the game, and just try to play smart, right? Run our offense how we need to do it. Our side of the ball, run our offense how we need to do it. Whatever plays we're calling, whatever plays Coach Dawson wants to get into, whatever the situation is, just do everything how we know how to do it, how we've been developing through camp. And then the second part of the first down, I think there's a little bit of changing it with the clock stoppage. I think for myself and kind of what I've been focused on, I don't think it plays in too much. There'll be little discrepancies here and there, but I don't think it's been a big worry. We're still going out there and playing like normal, just clock stop, whatever.
It doesn't affect the game. I mean, doesn't it affect it a little bit as far as what you guys have to do or
I mean,
Esther?
we still playing like I mean we'll probably come and play more like end of the game, but I'm not really like worried about it. I think we just go with the flow, whatever's going on, then we react. I'm not really worried.
Okay, thanks.
Go to Marcus Benjamin from Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Matt, wanted to ask about the progression of the running game from the beginning of fall camp to now. How would you say the running game has improved or not?
I think in a lot of ways. I think first off with the offensive line, us five that started out there, I think it's gotten better because our chemistry just in communication as camp has continued, right, running back all the way to spring to now throughout all the camps throughout the last couple of weeks when camp is kind of ended, school started back up and leading up to game one. I think just the communication, the chemistry between the five of us, and understanding each other, kind of knowing what we're going to do. We're going to communicate regardless as much as we can, but kind of being on the same page even without the verbal communication a lot of the time makes a big difference. So and a lot of the concepts that maybe they weren't running a year ago, kind of new stuff that we're trying to emphasize now this year, being able to get a lot of banked reps in that makes everyone more comfortable. And then with the backs, we got a handful of running backs that, we can put out there and they're basically all like starters. They're all run like that. They're all smart like that. They're all ready to go out and play like one. So we have a deep backfield that we can rotate a lot. And then when you couple that with Coach Dawson's offense and what he likes to do through the air and our protection standpoint, I think they just complement each other well.
Go to Adam Lichtenstein from the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey Matt, kind of a similar question, I guess. But now that you guys are only about 2 days away from the season opener, how do you feel like the offense has learned Coach Dawson's offense? Is everything running smoothly? Are there still some kinks to work out that kind of just has to happen in a game? I mean, where do you guys feel like you are with that?
I think throughout all the camp, it's been great. Like every day we get better and better. Everyone gets more used to it. I think for me, since I've been able to pick up on the offense pretty quickly, even dating back to the spring, but from across the whole board, all of 11 of us, I think every single day everyone gets a little bit more better, a little bit more comfortable. And then as you start, you transition from fall camp where you're going against, our defense every day and what they bring, you're going to scheme things, you're going to call things differently compared to once we start game planning for week one like we are now. So once we started doing that, last week or whatever that is, leading up to now, it's every day, everything just gets a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more automatic in everyone's head. Everyone knows kind of what to expect based on their schematics and how they're going to run and what we're going to do it against it.
Go to Alex Dono from Locked On Canes. Alex.
Yeah, first, building on what you were just talking about, going up against Miami Hurricanes defense in practice, and describe some of those battles and the intensity and how that can prepare you to face other opponents. That's number one. And then number two, I'd love to know your take on how Francis Mauigoa has been doing in his first year.
Yeah, okay, so the first part against our defense, Coach Guidry's defense, I love going against it because I think, honestly, and I've started like 36 games in my career, his defense, at least, from a schematic standpoint, might be the most multiple complex defense that I've ever seen. And I get to see it every single day. So they're coming out multiple different fronts. That's odd, that's even, that's bare, that's everything you kind of imagine. Things where they're trying to even on the defensive line, and especially in the linebackers and in the back seven, back four, disguising different stuff that is going to throw guys off. But getting able to go against that type of scheme every single day where they run so much different multiple stuff and they're running different pressures, and you can expect stuff like I've gotten a good key on what to expect because I go against it a lot, but that doesn't mean it's easy to know what's happening. They can throw bullets on any given down. It ain't just third down, right? But I think it's great for us going into the season because anything that we're going to go against, we've probably seen all that and more in camp and in spring against our defense. And then CC Francis has done an excellent job. I mean, even when he came in the spring, right, he's 17 years old. He's 18 now. He turned 18 over summer, I think June 4th or something like that. But he's not like that. Not only physically, right? All y'all know that physically he's a freak and he's a grown man and he's 6'5" and he's 340 pounds and he's built like a monster and athletic, super athletic. But from a mental standpoint too, he ain't like a guy that's a true freshman. Even in the spring when he came in, it was already like he had played a bunch of college football, at least played a year of college football. And now that he's gone through camp, on the field, he's always on his stuff like that. No matter what, you don't see him have mental lapses. He'll actually go pretty in depth, really impressive stuff for a guy his age. But all across the board for him, he's going to be really good. He's already going to be a great player for us this year. But as he gets older and the guy's a freak, it's as advertised in every way, every single day, whether that's in the meeting room, the intelligence and the mindset he brings in there, or out on the field when we're really doing it, it's the same thing.
All right, that's all the time we have with Matt. He has some engagements he needs to get to. Matt, appreciate your time.
Thank you. Yeah, have a good one.